All right, folks. I'm gonna go ahead and get started here. Thank you all again for supporting me. Uh, like it, like this video. If you want to see more videos like this, your feedback will help me know that this is actually very helpful to you, and it'll let me know what are you looking for so that I can come and provide that. So go ahead, leave some feedback. I am a man of the people, and when the people has questions and when they want those questions answered, I can help you out. So just let me know. Website is right here on top. You can go on there. You can see properties. You can find my information or whatnot. So hit me up. So with all that being said, we're gonna go ahead and getting started. Talk about listing your property on VRBO, which is also known as verbal, or it was formerly known as home away. All right. So in this, we're going to go ahead and get started. This is the verbal page that opens up when you first go in there. Move this out of the way. You're going to go here to list your property. All right. So once you go in there, it opens up the screen here. Lets you know, see how much you can earn. You put the different type of criterias here. Already a host on another travel site. It can detect fast start teams standing by and help you build your listing. So there's actually support here if you don't want to do it manually. There are folks that can help you go through it. I would suggest you probably do that if it's going to be your first time, or you can watch the video here and I'll walk you through the process. All right. And there are just other items here that you can see. So right now we're going to go ahead and look at, let's call it a 3-2. Right. Next. These are actually some of the property that I do own. But let me just go ahead and throw in a generic address here. Let's call it just for this purposes. So this is going to be where our address for our property in which we're creating the listing for. And it'll tell me per year, based on that address, I can make $44,000 based on the top 10% of properties like yours. And list your property and start earning. We'll hit next. So that's pretty cool where they'll actually give you an estimate on what you can earn with your property just based on the information that it already has. So there's some new features I'm noticing on this. This wasn't here the first time I actually started putting my properties on here. So that's pretty cool. It gives you coming out of the gates an idea of what you can make. Welcome, and let's verify the location. Continue. All right. I'll get started here. Here we go. All right. If your property is an apartment, suite, or other unit, please enter the number below. Well, we're just going to go ahead and build out as if it is a single family home. You've entered. It'll show where you're at in the map. If it's not the right location, you can always drag it just to, get it into the right location. We'll leave it there for now. Go ahead and hit next. All right. Add details about your space. Look, I always say try to be as detailed as you can be. The more details, the better for your property. You always want to market some of the features, let people know what you got. There's always niches. People have a niche, and you may actually have what they're looking for. So if you got a pool, make sure that's like front center, one of the first few descriptions that you put out there, or game room, pool table, whatever it is. You want to add those type of details to let people know if there's famous attractions that are nearby. Let them know. People like that. let guests know more about your property. So we'll call this here a house, sleeping arrangements. You know, you said he had 3 rooms, so we'll just go ahead and call it some king size beds. I like to put bigger beds in my homes because you have couples a lot of times, and sometimes they have kids that'll sleep with them. So I at least do a queen and up, and just it just depends as well. If I am going to use twins, I'll probably have 2 twins inside of a room, not just one twin. But if I'm just going to have a single bed, I typically like to go queen. I see people actually prefer that, at least the guests that have stayed in my property. We'll call it a queen in this bedroom. Quantity, if there are more than one beds, you let it be known right here. And just for, like I said, I'll put twins in there, but if I'm going to do twins, we'll call it 2. Okay. And earlier I put 3, but let's just say you did have an extra room and you forgot, I don't know, you go ahead and add a bedroom. Let's say it is a 4 bedroom, or we added an addition to the home, and we went ahead and it was a nice sized room. We put 2 doubles in there. That's a big room. Oops, I didn't get it. Double. And let's call it 2 doubles. All right. And we're done here. Shared space with beds or couches, add them. So if you had like a living room or something and it had like a pull-out couch, you can actually, under drop down, select, where is it? Sofa. So now that lets your guests know that there's a sofa bed in the home, so that can actually sleep a few more people. All right. And from there, I put there were 2 bathrooms. So we'll go ahead. This is a full size bathroom. Let's just say it has a shower. There's a toilet. Hopefully, there's a toilet in your bathroom. uh, and we'll say this one actually has a tub as well. And I call it the jet tub too. Let's just say you got a master, nice jet tub. Why not? All right, bathroom number 2. We'll call that a full bathroom with a shower. And I still stand up shower, and of course, a toilet. Actually, you know what? Instead of doing that, I could have just picked combined, right? Instead of picking shower and tub. There you go. All right, we'll go next. Again, there's the add a bathroom in case there was an addition or something. We'll go to next. All right. Describe your property. Some more information. What amenities does your property have? Let's say you got a pool, outdoor pool, and the pool is heated. If you do have a heated pool, I suggest that you do charge extra. People will pay that. All right. So some people will just say, hey, forget it. I don't need the heated pool. They're okay with it. But some folks, they like that feature. That's just a little add on that you can have there as an offering. All right. There's a private pool in the backyard, and there's a community pool. So this is a very nice neighborhood. Internet, you got to have internet, folks. You got to have internet. If you don't have internet, then just shut it down. You need that internet. Wireless internet. Florida AC, highly recommended. All right. Called it a clothes dryer. And I put washers and dryers on all my properties for the long term stay, folks. Are you a professional host or a private host? What's the difference? Providing accommodations is related to trade, business, or professions. Providing accommodation not related to your trade, business, or profession. So I go private because that home is pretty much open to anyone. All right. And headlines. This is where I like to throw like some nice adjectives out there that's catchy to the people's eyes and maybe related to wherever they're at, depending on what city the property is located. So I'll put things like that. So this is in Pembroke Pines. So I'll say something like lovely gem in Pembroke Pines. Oops. Pembroke Pines. I mean, that just, I want to stay there. It just sounds awesome. And that gives you other examples. Romantic Spanish villa with hot tub, slash, you know, with slash pool. Ooh, who doesn't love a pool, right? 5 minutes away from the beach. That, like I mentioned, you got a little something about the home, and what is walking distance? Well, that's 5 minutes away from the beach. Why not? You can see other examples here, so it gives you a little bit of idea. Remodeled historic cottage, fire pit. Look at that. Notice how they're throwing these little keywords to kind of attract folks. Folks like to go hiking. Great hiking, here, a nice little retreat on a mountain, artist studio, pet friendly. Folks, open it up for pets. That's one piece of advice I'll give you. I know a lot of people say, pets, no, they'll destroy my home. Hey, look, just put a disclaimer there. Let people know if your pets destroy my home, you will be fine. Some cases you can actually even take a security deposit if that makes you feel a bit safer, in the sense that if something does happen, at least you are holding on to the cash and you don't have to chase that previous tenant for that cash to repair whatever damages were caused. We'll go to next here. Right. And then in description, again, here I like to be as descriptive as possible. I have 200 characters. Use all 200 characters. They're all the adjectives that it's about marketing your property. People are they're looking for keywords. They're looking for those attractions that your property is nearby, and all kinds of items like that. So here, lovely, lovely 3-2 single family retreat. Look at that retreat, right? With big, beautiful back, big, beautiful fenced beautiful private backyard with a, oh, who doesn't love the pool? And a great location with multiple restaurant and, sorry, restaurant and entertainment options. Less than 20 minutes from the beach. Let the folks know. All right. Just a little quick, adjectives about it. Family, a place for the family to come. Nice backyard that's private with a pool. Great location, right? So, you throw out the adjectives, let people know. Try to use up all words. I have 7 more. Must. Uh, I'll leave it at that for now. We'll probably go back later. All right. But yeah, use as much as you can. Be as descriptive as you can. Looking for inspiration, answer some of these questions. What do you love about your property? Hot tub to die for, etc. So again, here's just some ideas of what you can enter into your description. Ghost tours, a buzzing restaurant district, night sky perfect for um, stargazing. I mean, just It's all there. It's your favorite thing, walking distance, incredible kitchen, etc., etc. So yeah, like I said, be as descriptive as you can. Oh, look at this. It's making me add the 7 characters before I move on. Look at this. Neck is not even paradise. Whew, look at that. It just says use those 200 before you even move on. And, if I'll take more time when I do this, make sure it's really good, something that'll be very catchy, and get the folks. This next section, a beautiful section, house rules. This is where you definitely let these guests know the do's and don'ts of your property. You want to draw it out as much as you possibly can. You don't want to leave room for interpretation because folks will find ways to, you know, go around your rules if you're not clear and precise. So I make sure I'm clear and precise. I make sure they understand it will be penalized for, you know, whatever violations they, you know, whatever violations they broke with the rules. So let's go. Set some ground rules for staying at your property. All right. And there has a curve. Ooh, hold on. Give me a second here. There we go. Maximum overnight guests. All right. This is something that may change based on your city, right? You can't just have a home and throw 50 guests in there and say, hey, look, I'm going to charge them per guest or whatnot. There are rules and regulations in certain cities. I know areas in like Miami where it's 2 guests per room plus an additional 2. So those would be like the guests that would sleep in the couch area or whatnot. So if you have a 4 bedroom, like we do in this case, you can have 8 plus 2, meaning you can have up to 10 guests in that home. Now you can cap it to, let's say, 8, and say anything over 8, you would charge an extra fee per person. So let's say they want to have 10 people. That's the max you could bring to that property. 8 people are included into whatever it is that, that rate for that home. And then from there, you will charge per person an extra, who knows, $25, $50 per person a night. All right. So here in this case, we're going to go ahead and say the maximum is 8. Actually, let's call it 10 since we'll have the. Actually, no, we'll make it 8 because I'll say we'll charge for folks here. Additional guests. All right. Here's the notes here. Will accept up to 10 guests. Additional 2 guests will well, look at that. I can't even write all that because I'm way over. So I'll just leave it at will accept up to 10 guests. We'll leave it at that. Or additional charges apply. Will apply. I'm just trying to get it all to fit in there. All right, there we go. We got it to 50. Whew. All right, sorry about that, folks. All right, does the primary renter need to meet a minimum age requirement? Some folks, they discourage having young kids in there because we all know sometimes these young kids they're going to go ahead and try to rent your place, trash it because they're going to have a party. So there are people who put age limits of 21, 25 just because they're less of a risk. So let's just say in this case right now, we'll say yes, just for this purpose. I don't do it. I accept the money. If you're gonna damage my property, you just owe me. That's all. Are events allowed? I typically say no. I don't need parties at the house. Are pets allowed? I always say yes. A lot of people are gonna bring their pets anyway. If you say no, people are gonna bring their pets anyway, and it's like you got nothing out of it. That's why I also suggest putting a ring doorbell so you know what's coming in and out of the property. So if someone is bringing a dog and they're trying to not pay for that animal, at least you'll have evidence on your video. You can send a picture, letting them know, hey, look, I see a dog. Please pay me. Right. In this case, we'll say the maximum is two dogs. One thing that I'll do is I'll put the maximum is two dogs and I will charge an extra. So for the two dogs, I am charging, right? So let's say two dogs, $75 for the two dogs. But if you're gonna add a third, fourth, fifth, you're gonna have to pay an extra $50 per additional dog. All right. And people are willing to pay for their dogs. Okay. I'll tell you that. And then you select what kind of dog or cats or if it's any type of pets, so it's up to you how you want to do it. In this case, I'm just gonna put dogs and cats because just in case someone want to bring a pet pig or something, we'll go ahead and hold on to that. You can put a size limit on animals. So if you don't want big dogs or whatnot, there's different options you can pick. We'll say less than 50 pounds. So I guess about a medium sized dogs. You're saying no large dogs, or we'll go with that. Look, and it gives you some tips here as you go along the way. Need to add a pet fee? You can add one later in the pricing section. So I will remember to go and add that pet fee. I have no shame in doing that. And here you can also add notes, whatever. Please maintain, you know, please maintain your animal, your pet. Just little notes, whatever. Are children allowed? So yes, why not? It's a family home. And you could set the different ages or whatnot. There are probably places with stairs and stuff that just doesn't feel safe for kids, or people just don't want kids in their home. I don't know why, but it's possible. But I'll go ahead and bring the kids. Why? I don't want to limit the amount of folks that'll come to the property. Is smoking allowed? No, no smoking in the property. And don't put yes saying that. Well, they could always go smoke outside. People see yes, smoking is allowed. You better believe they're going to smoke in your property. So no, smoking is not allowed. And just to reinforce that, I actually put no smoking signs in the home. All right, we'll go ahead and go next. Going. So something must have been released something here. Oh no, it is gone. So it's going pretty slow. Sorry about that, folks. Yeah. So, oh, see, told you. Knew there was something there. So give me a second, folks. I'll get us back up and running. All right, then it is on. Why is it doing that? Then? Just like I said earlier, though, just you want to go ahead allow these pets and stuff like that. Try to I don't want to say nickel and diamond, but you know try to get as much revenue as you can while you're doing this, and there's just so many different ways. And there's so many people that are willing, to pay for their pets or whatnot. So take advantage of that. Um, and just try to get as much as you can. Okay. So we'll go here. We didn't finish it. It actually kicked me out, and it's still kind of not letting me in, but we're going to get in here, folks. We're going to make it. All right. This time I am not connected. So how am I? Can't wait to go back into these recordings. Continue. All right, we're back. Okay. Yeah, we're good. All right, so photos. Again, I say put as much as it lets you. You need to put at least 6. If you could put 50, put 50. Always highlight some of your nice areas of the home, pools, game rooms, stuff like that, because those are marketing schemes, right? You want your home to stand out, and you got to go ahead and show them, some of these nice homes here. So let's go ahead. I'm just going to use a generic home in which, nah. All right, here, let's just use this one here. Go ahead and put a few pictures here. This is actually a very nice home. I remember this one here. All right, so throw that in there. Throw those pictures in there. Again, time is coming. You need at least 6. The photos must be a JPEG. Photos must be smaller than 20 megs. All photos are going to go through a review process. Let's see what's happening here. Next. All right. You actually went through. You're all done with this step. All right. Phone number successfully confirmed for a 2-way authentication. So I'm going through, looking at my phone, because it wants to sure we're good. Oops. So you're going to set up your direct deposit. I already have one set up for my different homes. And you're good. I'm my application for review. And then you go there and set up your calendar as far as when it becomes available. Pick your dates. Say ASAP. You could actually block off dates on this thing as well, in case you want it for yourself or whatever it may be. And then you hit next. It's gonna ask you how much you want to charge a night. This right here, you want to go ahead and do some research around the neighborhood you're in. You can use different tools for that. You can use Airbnb itself and check that area. You can go to sites like airdna.co and other resources out there that'll help you understand how much it would cost, right? So the one good thing about this, it does have like a smart tool, which will help the pricing of your property. So you go ahead, put whatever price you want to start off with. And then the smart tool, what it does is based on demand, it will adjust the pricing. So if you go out there and just put it at 100 and say, hey, I'll leave it at 100 for the rest of the year, and I always get people, I'm good to go, cool. But there's a chance that you could miss out on those spikes, those peak season type rates. Maybe around Christmas, that $100 could be an easy 250, just because of the demand. So I always say, let the smart tool do its thing, and sit back and let it come to you. Minimum nights. It says we recommend setting this at 3 or less. I do one. Hey, look, people coming in now, but to avoid the parties and stuff like that, you do two. A lot of people want to have one night party overnight, Friday night, Saturday night, whatever. But even with two, they'll take the whole weekend. But I leave it at two because people typically want to go somewhere on the weekend, Friday night, Saturday night, and they're out on Sunday. So I put two because you got to at least do a weekend, and just guarantee, at least help minimize those folks that are going to be there for parties. Would you like to offer a 20% discount for your first 3 guests? I say yes, do this, because this is something that'll help market your property. There are price sensitive folks, but at least if you get them on there and you host them real good, they'll leave a good comment. A lot of people like to check out the comments to see if it's a place that they would want to go, and they'll take feedback from other people on that. Airbnb actually automatically does this. So, yeah. All right. All right. So from here, tax settings, VRBO is not collecting, the tax information, and, you'll be obligated or whatnot, etc. All right. The fees. You can add fees covering cover hosting costs. So this is where you can add like cleaning fees, right? So that the money doesn't come out of your nightly rate. You can actually put like a cleaning fee or the pet fee or whatever other fees that you can actually think of, so that that is something separate that the person who actually stayed in your property will pay, while you still maintain that rate that you're asking for. You'll get the full $100. So I'll go ahead and say $100 per stay, and then there's also per night, etc. But it's always for me per stay. So when the guest is gone, they'll pay that. And then you want your dog there. I said the minimum was 2. I know I said 75. We'll call it 100 right now per stay. There are people who do per nights. There are people who say, hey, look, you want your dog there, $25 per night. May not work out well when you're talking about one night, but if they're going to be there for a month, that's a pretty little penny there, no? All right. So we got that. Keep fees on the lower side, so they're encouraging you to not, bust the folks over the head. For a second here. All right. How guests will book with you. All right. You got your booking policy. That's the default booking policy. Your booking methods. Instantly, if you agree, there's an instant booking where if guest sees it and they want it and they book it, it'll go through instantly. Or if you want to put a filter up in what you're checking and trying to get a little more information on a guest before you actually let them stay there, you also have that option. So there's different type of cancellation policies. You can adjust all that. You can see a relaxed policy. Guests will be fully refunded if they cancel more than 14 days before the check-in. They will be 50% within 7 days. So if they cancel 7 days before. I've seen it where it's strict, where you basically, you can't cancel at all, even if it's a month out, but then they have relaxed. So there are different levels to the cancellation policy. You can go in there and play with it and change those up. I'll talk a little bit more about that when we get to the settings and different things to change up within those policies. And then you send the code for verification so they know it's you. And then this is your liability, the insurance that you have here. We have you covered with $1 million liability insurance for all bookings paid through VRBO and 24/7 customer service for you and your guests. So these platforms like VRBO, Airbnb, they offer insurance plans that's part of those fees that you're paying on your side, and the customer also gets like renters type insurance with the fees that they're paying on that side. All right. So once you're done, you hit next. They'll send you a verification on your phone, letting you know, hey, trying to verify who you are, and then it'll get you to the go live. And once you're ready, you feel like your account is fully set up, you can go ahead and go live, and your property is basically published. I'm not gonna do it here because I just don't want to put one up there, but I just wanted to let everybody see how it's done. So hopefully this helped you out. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. Like I said, my website is up here. You could also find my information. Give me some feedback. Let me know if there's something you would like to know. Let me know if there's something else you would like to see. Thank you for taking the time. There's more videos to watch, and I hope you're definitely getting it. And like I say in almost every video, this is a mindset thing, folks. Get your mind right, get to that first property, and after you get that first property, it's just going to be building and building, and from there, before you know it, you're building your wealth. Thank you very much. Have a good one.